Hello, everybody. I'm just going to get everything going like normal. I'm wondering if you can all see me because I don't have an option to see myself right now. And I'm wondering if you can hear me as well. If you could let me know, that would be great. Oh, there I am. Found myself. So we're just going to get into our 3 tips to improve your real estate lead conversion here in a minute or two. I've got this nice, yes, I thought that was fall is just around the corner, and I just came back from a week on a cruise ship, so I like the water. So I thought I'd go with that one today because I'm looking forward to fall. I love when the leaves change color, the crispness in the air, and I really love it when my air conditioning stops having to work quite so hard to cool the house because it's so dang hot. So this is my favorite time of the year. Fall and spring are nice. Summer becoming too hot, winter too cold. Just give me 2 seasons and I'm happy. So thankfully everybody can hear me. Here, I'll show off the background nicer. That would be, I'd like to just where this one tree is off to the side right here. I'd like to cut, don't kill me for this, but I'd like to cut that tree down and build a house right there. Maybe plant a couple of more trees around it just so I can look at that all the time. And I bet I could probably find 1 or 18 agents that would help me buy that place if I just happen to know where to find realtors. I don't know, Christine, do you know of anywhere we could find some? Awesome. And we actually have some of our cool favorite realtors here today, I'm sure. So today we're going to go over something. It's probably going to be another quick one. So I probably only take up about half an hour of your time today. But we do have this 3 tips to improve your real estate lead conversion. One of the things that we know is valuable is the fact that you're having leads come in, and you want to make sure you get the best out of those leads. So let's see what we can do to help you. Here at Top Producer, we've been trying to make it so that it makes easier, get that lead conversion and get it to the way we all like it. Sold or bought, big old bag of money, people are happy. So let's go into it today. So we all know that lead gen is a crucial component of a healthy pipeline. Excuse me. So what we mean by pipeline is getting the leads and then how you work with them, whether they're becoming an active client, a future client that just becomes part of your sphere of influence, or even if they become somebody who unfortunately is not going to be working with you right now. But then again, they can go into the active or just even the engaged clients, the ones that you're already working with and you know what they're going to be looking for and needing. So having everybody in there and how to, get the leads is important, but follow up, that is something that is one of those things that a lot of people are not doing to the best of their benefit, best of their abilities. I promise I know how to speak English. I really do. But it's something, sometimes it's an easy, quick, people convert and no problems at all. But every now and then you might need to go that little extra just to get that consistent follow-up. And that will help convert them into a different status. So instead of just maybe future, they become an active or an engaged contact. So you want to make sure you're looking into that constantly and always working on that system. Now, considering demands, it's easy to see why. So we've got a few best practices and systematic approaches. These can have a big impact on your conversion rate. Again, we want to make sure that you're following up, talking to your people, and making sure they realize that they've made the best choice in the world by coming to you. You're the agent that's going to sell their place. You're the agent that's going to help them buy their place. So we got 3 tips here that we'd like to share with you. And these will help you get when you first get that lead and start with them. So it'll just something to keep in mind. Now, this is a stat that when I saw it, I was actually a little bit surprised with because I actually didn't work with the first agent I met. But look at this, 73% of buyers interviewed only one agent. And 82% of sellers contacted only one agent. So this is a little bit eye-opening to me, honestly, because like I say, as a person who's had to buy and sell, I've looked at it and I've never actually just I interviewed a few. I finally found the one that worked best with me and my family. So seeing this, kind of eye-opening. So I always love it when we're able to find these pretty cool statistics. So one of the things you want to do is within the first minute, 5 minutes of them asking, you want to send that personalized response, automated or even not automated. But I would recommend the automated because that way you always have it available, even if you're in the field already with another client. This will allow you to be that agent that they're going to work with, because apparently people just go out and the first person that says hi to them back is who they're going to work with. Might as well find a way to maximize the amount of people that are going to work with you based on that stat just by getting a hold of them real quick, right? Now, this one should be obvious. I would be very surprised if somebody finds their dream home on the first one they see. If they are and they buy that one, I swear they're the luckiest person in the world because they don't have to spend the 2 or 3 months looking for a home, or the 8 weeks looking at 8 homes, or viewed only 3 homes online. Personally, I looked at about 20 different houses, looked at about 30 or 40 online. So being able to look and find it quickly and having somebody who's doing all that work for you so you're not having to scroll through, like as the client, I don't want to be scrolling through the MLS every day. So having you do that and going through all of this, it means you want to have that follow-up set up with all types of users. There are going to be those ones that don't want to wait 8 weeks, that are going to be like, I need to sell within the next 2 weeks because I'm moving to Mars. That you're going to have somebody like that. You're going to have other people that are like, I'm easy. You just want to sell. So you got to have things set up for those different people and the different way that they're going to be working with you and how you work with them. Now, I love these pro tips. Cater to all client types by having smart action plans for the short and long-term lead nurture. That's where your different pipelines come in. Active, engaged are the ones that are working on right now. Future are the ones that you're hoping to work on within the future, as obviously mentioned by the name. So that's one of those things to keep in mind and also have there. Keep it in your back pocket that you need to have different plans types for different people. Excuse me. So this one here, I think, is common sense, obviously. Respect clients' preferred method of communication. I know I don't have to tell you this. A lot of people out there nowadays, and I'm actually one of them, and the funny quote I'm going to use for this, are allergic to taking phone calls. When my phone rings, I actually look at it and go, why is that making a sound? Why isn't somebody just texting me? And you'll see here, 9 out of 10 people prefer texting. And that's not, like I say, that's me. Oddly enough, I'm sitting here doing a webinar and I'm a telephone tech support person, but my cell phone, end of the day, I leave it somewhere. I can get text messages through my my tablet, so why would I need my phone? Can't get phone calls through the tablet. I mean, you also notice here, look, SMS messages have a 98% open rate. That's a lot higher than the open rate on specific other platforms like email or even snail mail, for lack of a better term for that. So having a system that allows you to communicate with clients using different methods is also a good idea, and it allows you to find the best. 9 out of 10 are going to prefer texting. You're going to have that one person who actually still likes their phone. And I know as agents, I'm sure you guys would probably rather have 10, 15 text messages waiting for you instead of having 10 people trying to call you at once. So that makes it easier. If you can get people that prefer texting, it's also going to make your life a little bit easier. So technology, we all love it. We all know it's part of our daily work. And sorry, forgive me, my glasses are sitting wrong today for some reason, so I'm adjusting them a lot. Few ways technology can lend a helping hand. I mean, online leads to your CRM and a personal automated response is going to go a long way to increasing your conversion rate. Having that system built in where you get the lead and instantly, or within a minute or two, just so it doesn't look like an automated system, is going to be the way to go. That way you're going to have your people, they're going to request information from you, and they're going to get a response from you pretty quick. End of the day, we all know that there's that 5-minute golden window. If a customer doesn't hear from an agent within that 5 minutes, they're done. They're going on to the next person. Now, if you can get them in that first 5 minutes, let's go back to that stat from earlier, where most people work with the first agent they talk to. So we want to get you to be that first agent. So you want to keep them warm and provide a value while you establish trust. This is one of the most important things. The trust is something that you have to build there. Now, every one of you is highly qualified, highly respected, and also an expert in your specific area. We know that because we work with you. You know that because you've been doing this for a long time. The average person on the street, they might see your name on a billboard, might see you at a bus stop or your lawn sign. So seeing a lot of them, yeah, it means you work a lot, but we got to establish that trust. So giving like something like our market snapshot or market report, it contains the real-time information for home buyers and sellers, and it'll be something that you can send to them right away so that you can say, look, I have this information. I understand what you're looking for. This is what I can see in the area. Let's talk. Right off the bat, you've already shown them that you're up to date, you have the information they need, and you're ready and willing to help them. That goes a long way to building trust. And honestly, with the changes in the world, we all know it, we all see it. Trust is one of the most valuable commodities right now. So being able to set up that trust and getting people wanting to work with you, always going to be valuable and super important. Now, we have created something in Top Producer, which is really cool. And it, as it says, prevent leads from slipping through the cracks with a systematic plan. We took and looked at most of the important items, the ways that communication is best done, and created a solid plan that is already in Top Producer X that you can apply to any incoming leads. So right away when you get that lead, a text message is sent saying, hey, I got your lead. Let's schedule a time to talk to each other. 10 minutes later, after that after that text has gone out, you'll get a reminder to send them a market snapshot. You'll create the report, send it, and then as soon as that is done, 12 minutes later, an email is going to go out and say to this client, hey, I sent you a market snapshot. This is what it does. This is what it can do for you. Let's talk. 20 minutes after that, this is the phone call. Give them a call. Say, hey, did you get my market snapshot? Do you have any questions? What are you looking for? How can we work together? And let's get you your dream home. This is all the building phase and the getting everybody used to things. And then 50 minutes later, another text message is going to go out 50 minutes after you've done that phone call. You're going to send a follow-up text to let people know it was great to talk to them. You're hoping to talk to them more and everything looks good. So one of the things I want to do is I want to come over here to my Top Producer X. I want to go to marketing. And here we've got this little button that says lead response rules. As you can see, I don't have any, but if I go over to my task plan manager, I have a lead response. I have one for Canada because unfortunately we don't have texting here in Canada. But hopefully, fingers crossed, one day we'll have it. And then I have my one that just does have the text messaging. So let's say I'm an agent and I work with leads from, let's say, Zillow. So we want to make sure going through this list here, which is awesome. It does connect it perfectly for you. You just click Zillow. I want this one to be for my buyers. And then I want it to grab this lead response plan. So as you can see, just having to put in the name the rule criteria of the source, the type, and choosing the lead response plan, I'm already given the options for what is going to be part of the plan. So let's save this rule. It'll take a second because it's creating and my computer is looking to start flying. So we'll go over to this. So now you can actually edit some of it, like the name or the information. But let me show you exactly what's on that task plan. So once again, we're going to go to lead responses. Now, one thing, I know I go quick. So remember, all of this is under your marketing, task plan manager, and lead response rules. So lead response, let's look at the plan. So look at this right off day one. Apparently I'm missing the initial text. Oh no, that's right. So day one, now this is one thing. It does show it in this weird order here, but it's still going to go out in the right order. So as soon as it comes in, text lead right away. Then you're going to have the send market snapshot. Now, if we click on this, you'll see send a market snapshot. This task is part, and it goes 10 minutes after previous task. So the previous task, like I mentioned before, is the initial, well, email right away. So it's the planned start date. So this one I actually edited it. So it's not exactly as I said before, but the standard one is going to have that text right off the bat. So you'll be able to see it right here. And here's the bonus. We have our templates for you. So we already have a text template set up that you can take a look at. And because I'm mentioning text templates, let's go over to our library. Let's go to texting. And bear with me a second. I haven't looked at this in a bit. This makes me look really organized, doesn't it, Christine? So a new lead. This is where you can see what your text message is going to look like. And again, just like everything else, you can put in contact, primary, first name, and your name into it as well. And you know, I'm going to go back over here because of the fact that I just showed myself looking and not finding the right name for it. If you click on here, you'll notice it has the name of the lead or the name of the template. Sorry, I'm stepping over myself here, but new lead, initial follow-up. That way, when you go over to the template library again, go to texting, new lead, initial follow-up. Now we can actually see it. So see, that's a good example of making a mistake, but then finding out how to fix it. By just going in and going, oh, what was that template again? I picked the wrong one. But then if I need to know which one is right, easy to find it. So this is definitely something, and yes, ignore the weird names on my my test plans. That's just testing. But being able to find what you've got attached to it so you can make the edits as needed is always going to make life easier for you. So I see Christine's given you a good link there. We go over this really well with a little bit less me making mistakes, but I like to do that, just like I say, to show how to fix them just in case. You can definitely take a look at that and see how it's designed. We designed this with a lot of feedback and a lot of help from people who wanted to see what could be done. So that actually was a lot shorter than I thought. So we do have a few minutes left. Like I say, we usually like to try to keep these under 30 minutes. Sometimes I do go over because I'm wordy. But as always, we open it up for questions right now while I mention if you need any help. Always, our customer care team is here for you. I am part of the customer care team. I'm one of the people that you can speak to through our chat. So if you were to go to our topproducer.com/campus, And let me just jump over to there for you. You'll have a button that will show you chat now. If you need to talk to anybody on our team, if you click on that, it will bring it up. Sometimes it might just bring this little icon up here. You put in your first name, your last name, and your email address. And just to make it easier for us to assist you, if you can remember the email address that's on your account, that makes it so we can get to the assistance faster. But you send that and you hit start chatting, and it'll bring you to one of our team members. Could be me, could be many of the other people on the team. We also have the same option here in Top Producer X. This one doesn't ask as many questions because it's within the software, but you could get attached to one of our friends over at the support team of Usman, and he'd be able to assist you with any of the issues you have within the software. The other option is email, support@topproducer.com. We can answer your questions and send you back an email with all the information you need for what could go on. Or if we need to get more info, we'll ask you, or even there have been times that we've gotten an email, and if we can answer it through an email response, we'll give you a call. We do still make call outs. Those are usually for the higher level issues that can't be answered through chat or email. And the last thing, the site I brought up, topproducer.com/campus. This is a great area because it has our webinars. So anybody who's just getting started or has started can go there and check that out. You can see status updates and product support. I do have a question from Eileen Burwell. Does the text message show my cell phone number? So I think I have texting set up on this one. So unfortunately, it is not something that you can have your official phone number attached. There are certain items that, like Apple themselves, one of the few I know of, because it's such a closed environment and everything is shared, you can do the messaging stuff from Apple, but you'd still, and that's only iMessage. For this, we do assign you a number. So I've put in a fake number up here, and we just pushed it through to make sure that it would work, but it created a secondary texting number for me here. So again, this was just for testing. So you'll put your text number in the mobile phone area here. You'll get a message to confirm it. You just type confirm back, but then we'll create this number for you here. So with that in mind, you will get a message back to your official number here on the mobile phone to tell you that you've had a response, just to make it so that you can easily communicate with that customer. And when you do get the message back, if they're in your, if they're one of your contacts, you just go here. Now, because I haven't sent a text to myself because that won't work, it would show the text information here, the test info. So like you can see, I can put in a number, I can put in any of the templates I want, and then send it off. So yeah, as Christine says, any replies or calls to that back to that number will be routed to your cell phone. So yes, it will create for you a specific texting number that's used within Top Producer X, but you will get notified on your main cell phone for any calls or text messages. I hope that helps, Eileen. Now, again, I will go over this site. You have one of the options where you can actually search what you need. We do have specific product-based spots. So if you were to go to the Top Producer X and go to email and texting, here you can see how to create and send a texting template. Drip email, sending a group email, sending a text, setting up texting. So this one here is going to help you out, has a video on it as well, and all the information here. One thing one of my other associates likes to do when he's doing webinars is hover over this Learn More button, which I think this is valuable. If you see this question mark and hover over it with the Learn More, if you click on it, this one here, if I click on it, you'll see it's going to bring me to the exact page that I had created over here, set up text messaging. And of course, like I say, it's slow because of the fact that my computer is doing too much at one time. So yeah, if you got that set up and ready to go, and then create your plan, you've just set up the easiest way to reply back to brand new leads and to get them engaged with you. So do we have any other questions today? Because I'm full of answers. And I know Christine cringed as I said that because she thought I'd slip up and say something else. And yes, we do like to have a little bit of fun here at Top Producer and a little bit of fun with you folks. We're always enjoy the fact that we have some of your time. So if I can also make you have a little bit of a smirk or a smile, that's something else I like to do. Just give it a second here. If anybody has any questions, please fire them out, or if not, I'll let you get back to your day and start producing those lead follow-up plans and getting with your customers and getting those big bags of money, like I always like to say. I know that everybody wants to have early retirement, although I've noticed realtors work until their 80s. It's got to be the love of the job. Okay. Well, I think we're actually pretty early. Like I said, it was a quick one to go over. Things to keep in mind. I'll just zip back on this. The plan, that is going to be super important to you. That's going to help you get everything organized and ready right off the bat. Get people to talk to and sending out those messages. I do like keep these stats in mind when doing this. The 9 out of 10 people prefer texting, and SMS messages have a 98% open rate. That right there is the reason to do this right off the bat. And again, the 73% of buyers interviewed only one agent and 82% of sellers contacted only one agent. Make sure you're that agent they're contacting. So hopefully that helps. Quick little one today, like I said. If we have no other questions, I will get you back to your day, and we'll make sure you get a copy of this just so you can look at it later. Okay, I don't see anything. So again, from me, Glenn, and from Christine, we thank you very much for joining us today. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and you all take care. We will see you in the next one. Bye for now.